James from Audio, and today we are doing cut-ins using Aquatic AV. The reason we're doing this is we're using Euphoria speakers and they don't have their own cut-ins. All the other cut-ins are pretty much branded to the company and you can't remove the branding, where on the Aquatic AVs, they do have branding, but you can remove it so it becomes unbranded. Pretty ABC. It's got a template that you can put onto the lid to do the cut, and it has the lower part and the upper part that come together to create your lid cut-in. This kit also comes with the harnesses that you need to run the wires from the front into the bags. It also came with a mounting bracket for the amp, which we're not going to be using, and a power kit. So here's your wires to go from the front to the back, and it splits off into each bag with rubber grommets already set up. Everything's ready to roll, making it a pretty easy install overall. The biggest part is being careful to not scratch the paint when you're doing the cut, because a jigsaw is wider and you can easily cut things. All right, so we are getting the lid ready. We've already removed the 2 screws here. They are, I think, T20s?
Sure.
T20s. Then you have a few options here, but on this one, especially because it has the lock, we're gonna be removing these inside screws, which will release the hood and the mechanism from the bag. And then we have to take apart the lock. We have our lid here. We taped it up so it's all protected, and we went down over this lip because when you're using your jigsaw you don't want to hit it. Now yes, there's tape here, but you still need to be careful because the tools can rip right through that tape. But if you accidentally hit it, the chances are very slim. And then we have our template. We just lie it on the hood, very simple. We add 2 screws to secure it down, once it's in place. And then we jigsaw the template. So we'll do that right now. Generally, the cut isn't always the prettiest. It doesn't have to be, because we have these pieces here that cover a lot. So we're gonna show you, one thing that we forgot to tell you was when we did the cut, we actually had to start by drilling with the drill bit the holes, then we used the jigsaw. So here, the next step is to put the 2 pieces together, one on the outside of the lid and one on the inside of the lid. Use the supplied screws and screw it together, and then the speaker literally mounts directly underneath. What these do have is, you can see there's a nice gasket here to help seal it and create a waterproof barrier. All right, so we got the final product here. You can see it's in there nice and tight. The speaker is secured. One thing when you're doing this, these more expensive speakers, they have smaller magnets. Generally, a neodymium magnet is ideal. So one thing that a lot of people may not think of is using a lower cost speaker or a standard iron magnet. It's gonna take up a ton of space in your bag because it's 2 to 3 times this size depending on the speaker. So you think about it, that speaker, much bigger, is dropping into your bag and consuming space in there. So these smaller, higher quality speakers with the neodymium magnets could take up a lot less space. So the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna reassemble this whole thing, put it all back together, drill holes in the side of the bag.